So for those of you that sometimes try to get the day off of work to celebrate Life Day, this episode's for you. Hello, geeks. May the 4th be with you. Yes, indeed. This is the officially unofficial Geek Channel main event, and I'm your host, Carrie Quinn. And so, if you are watching this as it's coming out, you may be aware that it is May 4th, 2021, which means Happy Star Wars Day, everyone! That's right. Break out your lightsabers, your Darth Vader mask, renew that Disney Plus account that you turned off the membership as soon as you were done watching The Mandalorian, because today is that day, and if you live in my household, or a household like mine, is like so many others in that you watch a metric shit ton of Star Wars content, especially, except in this case, it is May the 4th, which is known as Star Wars Day, or May the 4th be with you by Star Wars fans all over. Here, I am wearing my boyfriend's homemade Boba Fett hat, knitted by one of his friends in the fan community. Decided to have a little part of him here with me on screen, so here we are, the Boba Fett hat. It's really awesome, really well made, and it's actually kind of warm, and it is covering the situation going on with my hair where I need to badly dye my roots. So it is a thankful addition and difference in my normal headgear that I usually wear in any of my channel videos. Just for this episode, because we're here, we're talking about Star Wars Day, and there is no other fans in the world like Star Wars fans, and for the good or bad of it, the passion these diehards exhibit rivals any sports team, rivals Harry Potter, even my beloved Doctor Who, in their utter devotion. But it is customary with the show here that we're gonna take some time. We're gonna talk we're gonna take our time before getting to the main event of talking about Star Wars and all its wonder and glory. Because that isn't the only awesome thing going on right now. Isn't the only awesome geeky thing to talk about. So normally I try to be a little bit light. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I try to be a little bit light in the spoilers with the show as much as possible. But you know what? Because it's a special occasion, we're going to just kind of dive headlong into it. So please note that you may be seeing some spoilers here involving a number of things, especially involving Star Wars, when we get into talking about that specifically. We're just chucking all that out the window. It's a special event. It's a special day. Star Wars Day, May the 4th. Here we are. But right now we're gonna, talk a little bit about the usual stuff, get a little business out of the way. Here we go. Just wanted to make sure you guys were aware that there will be spoilers, especially if you are not caught up to date on the Star Wars canon and all that stuff. So some of the things that we've been discovering this week, well, just today, I happened to see that there's a little bit of a leak out, and I actually posted this to the officially unofficial Geek Channel Facebook. There's a little bit of a leak out there involving some pictures of the Batman Batmobile Hot Wheels toy that's going to be coming out in anticipation of the Batman starring Robert Pattinson. Which I am also excited to see what happens with that, because I, unlike a lot of people out there, realize that Robert Pattinson is actually a better actor than most people give him credit for. So I am very interested to see where this goes. And I will tell you that my first view, like I said, if you want to catch it, is going to be, there's going to be a post about it on the officially unofficial Geek Channel Facebook. That's going to give you a link so that you can take a look at it, and you're going to want to find the Instagram post, and you're going to be able to scroll through the pictures of the actual Batmobile toy. And I gotta say, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. And then if you scroll more through that article, you're going to be able to see some set pictures involving basically Robert Pattinson's Batman in Batman gear and Batman costume standing next to the Batmobile. To me, I look at the Batmobile that's in this information, and it kind of looks like kind of a stylized Camaro, like American like muscle car. Actually, it's really interesting. It's not over the top. It's just it's really good. It's like I like it. I like that it's not over the top. I like that it's not weird looking, like some of the past Batmobiles have been. And it looks like it looks just like something that is kind of a normal car, aside from a few parts about it. There are parts about it that don't really look like a normal car, and you'll be able to tell what I'm talking about when you look at it. But overall, I am liking the look of it. It is your traditional black knight, black as night color, so that's really cool. So check that out. Like I said, there's a link that I had posted today to the Facebook page, so check that out. So really, a few days ago, my brother, who is also a fellow geek, posted this article that I took a look at, and it was talking about like with comic books, like the two major comic book competitors. So you have Marvel and DC, and it basically was like based on Google search, who is the most searched comic book company, comic book heroes, comic book villains throughout the entire world, based on Google searches quantity. And apparently Marvel, just based on Google searches, wins, to which I say, I don't even necessarily know if there's the possibility that, were they going into the possibility that when somebody is searching something on Google, are they searching it because they're excited and they want to learn more so that they can go and get it? Or are they doing it out of confusion? Because I said that there's probably a lot of those Marvel searches that were done by myself that I was doing because I was trying to find some way to enter into the Marvel world when I started partaking in comics again. And really just, there's a lot of searches, especially for me. And this ties into what I'm going to say in a moment, that I had a lot of searches over the last few months, personally, involving trying to figure out a jumping off point for Spider-Man, because I just enjoyed the story of Spider-Man. I've enjoyed the story of Spider-Man previously, and I just trying to figure out what would be a good jumping off point via comic trades, and then I can maybe come into the series later. So, like, and what's really funny is that if you look at the most popular comic book hero to be searched throughout the world, hands down, it is Spider-Man. Okay? So the most searched comic book hero is Spider-Man throughout the whole world. And in the parts of the world that favor DC, Wonder Woman is the one. In fact, all of like Russia and Siberia and that area, whoever Googles around there is Googling mostly Wonder Woman and mostly DC. It's really interesting. So one of the major, and also this article also in this study talked about one of the major what are the major villains that are researched throughout the world, and apparently, from what I can tell, Thanos was the one that came right on top of everything else, and it looked like followed by the Joker, which is an obvious choice for the DC world. One of the things that I did, I was kind of not completely down with, was it was like one of those things where it's like, do we need to set the whole world down and talk to them about the fact that Catwoman is not really a villain? Like, really? There's so much more to Catwoman, and it kind of now keep in mind, in the villain search idea, it's not like Catwoman was the like overwhelmingly like a high number of these villain searches, but still, maybe there's something that the whole world doesn't know, that maybe other people that read comic books actually do know. But you should check that out if you have more questions about who's searching who, what country is searching who. You should check that out. So, another thing I just heard about, that WandaVision star Elizabeth Olsen has recently been cast in an HBO Max true crime drama. It's going to be called Love and Death, where she'll be playing a dramatized version of a woman named Candy Montgomery. In She is a woman that, in a real life murder story, killed a woman by the name of Betty Gore in 1980. Look up the story if you're not familiar with it. We're not going to get too much into it here. Maybe we'll end up talking about it at a later date here on the show. And I just want to say, earlier today, or was it yesterday, I actually got to see some of the previews for this Gotham Knights video game and the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game. If you haven't checked them out, I seriously recommend checking them out. I believe there is some gameplay out involving the Gotham Knights. The Gotham Knights game, that's the video game that's coming out. It all looks really cool. I haven't gotten to look at the gameplay yet of that one. The Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League had a little bit of a trailer out, and it was actually really cool. Has my girl Harley Quinn in it. But that one's not coming out as a game until 2022, so we got a ways to wait for that one. So the next thing I want to talk about is some of the things that I've gotten over the last week. I want to check and I want to show you this really cool action figure that I found at, I believe it was Target. I found it at Target. It's a McFarlane Toys Wonder Woman, and legit, she has a goddamn mohawk. That is so cool. It's from the, let's see here, the Batman Last Night on Earth series. It's done by McFarlane Toys. It looks really awesome. I'm hoping to have it out on my new bookcase setup that I'm going to be working on over the next few days. So hopefully, once that's done, I'm going to totally take everyone on a little bit of a bookcase tour. I've seen other people do it, and I'm going to do it once everything is set up and looks really cool, and I can't wait to show you guys. Another item that I've gotten recently that's really cool, and you might have seen my videos involving it, is my Ruth Bader Ginsburg Funko Pop. I found it. I had seen it before, and like a fool, I did not buy it when I saw it the first time. So when I saw it the second time, I totally bought it. It's mine now. I have it. The Notorious RBG will be on my bookcase as well. I should say that this bookcase project that I'm going to be doing is going to involve not only books that I possess, but also some books that my boyfriend possesses, because his taste in literature cannot be denied. In fact, that's one of the things I'm going to bring up next. And what I'm reading right now, I decided to take a little bit of break from trades in a way and read this. This is Zoe Punches the Future in the Dick by David Wan. It's a Zoe Ash novel. It is the sequel to Futuristic Violence and Fancy Suits, both of which came recommended by my boyfriend, whom it's really good. David Wan is also the guy that you might be familiar with, the John Dies at the End book and movie. He is also the same guy responsible for those books. Not too horribly far into it. Just started a day or two ago, but still loving it the way that I loved the first Zoe Ash novel. Zoe Ash is a woman that at one time she was living with her mother, didn't really know her father all that well. And she was living in a trailer park, working as a coffee shop barista, until one day when she finds out she not only inherited her father's, found out one day that her father, one, had died, and two, she had inherited all of his fortune, including his ill-gotten gains, and now she was being hunted because of it. And so that is basically the beginning part of futuristic violence and fancy suits. And now this, I'm reading the continuation of Zoe's story, and I absolutely love the character of Zoe Ash. She's wonderful. She is funny and witty, and she is an example of a body positive character that has to fight against the fact that people are not so body positive, and I do appreciate that. And she has a cat. The cat is apparently a very stinky cat, very smelly cat, and the cat's name is Stench Machine in honor of that attribute. So that is what I'm reading currently. I'm probably going to do a little bit of reading of the trade, the second part of Bitch Planet, in and out with this book that I am reading right now. But so far, really good. I really enjoyed that first Zoe Ash novel, like I mentioned, and very glad with what I've read so far in this one. So let's go ahead and let's get into our main event. We've been building up to it for some time, and we're gonna keep building up to it. I want to sit here and I want to talk about Star Wars with you. So starting, I guess it's coming out probably around 2 a.m. Central, 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. Central Time here in my area. The first episode of The Bad Batch is dropping on Disney Plus. Very excited about that. Hopefully, we get a strong start to the series. It's going to be another cartoon series, and Clone Batch 99. We're gonna hear more about them, so that's gonna be really great. Obviously, in my household, we don't get rid of Disney Plus because we watch Disney Plus quite regularly. So other stuff that you can enjoy on Disney Plus if you haven't been there recently. The old Ewoks cartoon is on there. I've been watching some episodes here and there with Joe, um, and it's been really great. The two live action Ewoks movies from the 80s, like the movie of the week TV movie, made for TV movies, those are also on there. Um, they also have the original cartoon portion from the Star Wars Holiday Special that introduced the character of Boba Fett. That is also up on Disney Plus as well, along with all the other Star Wars material for Disney Plus. Um, Favorites like The Mandalorian, which I'll talk more about later for various reasons. And all the episodes are there from the movie series as well. And the Clone Wars, which I'll be talking about more, and Rebels, which I'll be talking about more later in the show here. So just, to think about what the lasting influence of Star Wars is, it's I mentioned earlier the utter devotion of the fans, and I actually had the opportunity to go to the Star Wars celebration, the last one that was had in Chicago, and it's just to see everyone coming together, and just it's one of those things where it's like it's a little bit different than coming together for like a Comic-Con where everybody's coming together for their own reason to be there. You could be coming because you are into comics. You be coming becomes because you're into games, or you could be coming because you're into, well, lately you could be coming because you're into wrestling, apparently. You could be coming because you want to meet Danny Trejo, which, yeah, why wouldn't you want to meet Danny Trejo if you had the opportunity? You could be coming because of Doctor Who. You could be coming because of all these reasons. The thing is, what's really great about Star Wars Celebration is that you're going there and it is just for Star Wars. Anything Star Wars. And I actually was there to see everyone's reaction to the teaser first trailer for Rise of Skywalker. And to see all those people in one spot and see everyone's reaction and everyone reacting with the same fever and elation. I wonder if there's anything in this world that people can be fans of, that people can enjoy on the level that fans of Star Wars do. I don't know. I don't think that there's really anything, like I said before. I mean, I can't think of any fandom, sports teams, anything that can come to the amount of elation and pure joy that Star Wars brings its fans. Just for telling this story about a young farm boy becoming one of the most important people in the galaxy. So, with that being said, as I've warned you, if you happen to be following us on Facebook, which if you're not, you should be, please follow us on Facebook, like us, and you'll be privy to everything that we do. I warned you guys on Facebook that today was going to be a special episode, obviously. And I warned you that today we're going to be doing, this main event is going to be my opinion. You have to stress that with these things. You can't just go in there and say, this is the best. And that was definitely brought up and stressed with me when I said I was going to be doing this type of episode. Um, that had to be my opinion. Who are the top 5 Desert Island best Jedis ever, in my opinion? My opinion. My opinion. Because I swear to God, nobody is going to believe, no one is going to be on the same page as me. Because you know what? And I've experienced this involving Doctor Who fandom, because nobody can agree on who's the best Doctor. Just like nobody is going to ever agree on who the best Jedi is. Everyone has their reasons for who they pick and why, and these are mine. Alright. So, here we go. Without further ado, here are the Desert Island top 5, in my opinion, best Jedis ever in the Star Wars universe. Counting down from 5. Okay, so first and foremost, 5 is a tie. I can't decide. I can't decide between for number 5, counting down. Number 5, first one I'm going to mention is a tie between Yoda and Rey Skywalker. Yeah. Okay. So, the wise sage Yoda, mixing Socratic method and wise sensei method of teaching when it comes to taking over the teaching of Luke Skywalker from Ben Kenobi. By the time they met, by the time we first met Yoda in the movies, he was over 900 years old, and he had his own misgivings involving teaching Luke when trying to figure out how to deal with, trying to prepare him for what he was going to do when he was going to end up being the one to face Darth Vader. So he gets to be the one to prepare this person to take on one of the greatest, like the greatest threat to the universe, to the galaxy. And he's just like, dude, do you even Jedi? Do you even Jedi? Okay, so that's talking about Yoda, and I'm gonna definitely sit here and drink my flavored Kool-Aid like beverage here. It's kind of like it's called sparkling ice. It's orange mango flavor, which, hey, it ties in to Rey Skywalker because it looks yellow in color. And as some of you may know, Rey Skywalker chooses the color yellow for her lightsaber. Are you gonna come visit me up here? I'm sorry, my cat has decided to grace me with his presence up on my computer, and you can't see him because he's behind the computer because he actually is paying attention and he wants to play with my little Chewbacca toy. Yeah, my little Chewbacca toy. And he also wants to play with my glasses. That's fun. So he has decided he's going to sit up here with me, I think, maybe for a little bit. I'm going to try and also keep him from not going across the computer screen and also walking across my keyboard. So I'm going to also be paying attention to him. So anyways, Rey Skywalker, on the other hand, is both brave and stubborn. Are you leaving already? You going to sniff my drink? Here, I pet you real quick. Yeah, that was my arm, everybody. Rey Skywalker, on the other hand, is brave and stubborn, and but feeling and caring at the same time, and being a part of the destined dyad in the Force with Ben Solo. She doesn't question her connection to him, only his ability to see past the evil that has poisoned his mind. Always searching for her home and her family, connecting with her purpose at Maz's place, and the lightsaber in Force Awakens revealed a raw strength in the Force that even Luke Skywalker feared. This girl was so on point that even Luke Skywalker feared her. Feared her ability. Feared her ability more like that raw strength in the Force that he compared her to Ben Solo, who is also Kylo Ren. So moving on to number 4 in my countdown of my opinion of best Jedis. Kanan Jarrus, aka Caleb Doom, having escaped Order 66 at the young age of 14, Kanan had to go into hiding, taking many jobs, and even connecting unknowingly at first with the Rebel Alliance through his life partner / girlfriend Hera Syndulla and the Ghost crew. Having for the most part turning away from the Jedi Order, mostly for his safety, Kanan still carried a lightsaber. Kanan carried a blaster along with a lightsaber that could be taken apart and reassembled for convenience purposes. It's when he took an interest in the safety of Ezra Bridger, a young Force-sensitive boy found on his travels, that Kanan found himself in a position where to protect himself, the crew, and Ezra. He ended up revealing himself to be a Jedi when he wasn't planning on it. At that time, deciding to take Ezra on as his first Padawan. He actually eventually sacrifices himself to save the crew of the Ghost, and you can see most of Kanan Jarrus's, aka Caleb Doom's story in the Rebels cartoon, which I highly recommend. I love it if you haven't watched it already. It's really great and awesome. So, my cat is making noise again. Okay. So moving on to number 3, counting them down. I've got my notes here, so if you're wondering what I'm looking at my notes. So number 3 is the one, the only Obi-Wan Kenobi. Who else? Who else other than the man that spent years hiding out on Tatooine to avoid Darth Vader, whom happens to be the man his former student becomes, only to pop up to become the first Jedi Master to one Luke Skywalker. He's the man that almost killed Darth Maul by slicing him in half. The man that without the power of the Empire's cyborg robotics team would have nixed Anakin Skywalker right as he became Darth Vader. The man that felt the urgency of a life devoted to the Jedi Order that he passed up possibly on his true love. The man that, with a couple of teensy tiny omissions of information, helped create one of the greatest Jedi in Star Wars history. Do I really need to say more about him? So let's move on to number 2. Okay. Getting high up there. Getting high on the count. I'm going to take a quick little drink here. So the next guy that I'm going to talk about is a guy. Number 2. Luke Skywalker. Okay. Folks, put your pitchforks and your torches away. I did not pick Luke as my number 1 Jedi. Now, why is this? Who the fuck cares? Guys, number 2 is not that bad. It's just shy of number 1, and he gets that way for forgetting for a moment, the kind of man he is, or was, as a young Jedi, and almost killing his nephew. Then bloody running away afterwards. But let's not talk about the reasons why he isn't number one. Let's talk about what makes him really fucking awesome. Oh my god, my cat is playing with the blinds here in the video. Let's talk about what makes Luke Skywalker really fucking awesome, okay? Alright. No one could tell him to turn away from what he felt in his heart and his mind, that he needed to go and face Darth Vader. Even before anyone thought he was ready. Then he blew up. Excuse me. That he blew up the first Death Star. That he, with the help of his friends, basically kicked all the asses of Jabba the Hutt's crew to get Han Solo back, quite rightly, because no man left behind. And but he is also the one that is able to speak to the still there heart of Anakin Skywalker, whose attempt / success in killing the Emperor was the domino crashing down to bring about the new Republic for whatever good that did. But that has nothing to do with him, because Luke was aware that shit wasn't completely working, and he went out and answered the call of Grogu. Grogu, you know, if you watch The Mandalorian, is the child. He answered the call of Grogu, and basically took out a shit ton of Dark Troopers to get to him by himself. Damn. Okay. One X-Wing, oh my god. Okay, that moment. One X-Wing is right, Cara Dune. You best believe you're fucking saved now, because Luke Skywalker is on the way. By the way, whoever is watching this right now, whoever did, if you thought the whole season of Mandalorian, don't fucking bring Luke Skywalker in to pick up Grogu. I don't even fucking care. Don't do that shit. To only be sitting there like a child on every one of your Christmases from 5 to 10, all combined in one, when you saw that fucking X-Wing. Admit it. Admit it. Anything you said saying you didn't want to see Luke Skywalker in that moment went to fucking hell. When you saw that first X-Wing, when that one X-Wing, when you saw that one X-Wing, all that went to hell, didn't it? It did here. Spent the whole fucking season saying, don't fucking bring Luke Skywalker into it, and then I saw a fucking X-Wing. And I was like, yeah, I did it. I did it. So admit to it. Now's the time. Comment and admit to it. Here, folks. Comment. Admit to it. You spent the whole damn season of The Mandalorian thinking, no, don't fucking bring Luke into this. Anyone, don't fucking do this. Only to be really fucking excited when that one X-Wing shows up. Okay. Anyways, that brings us to number one. And now let me remind you, this list is my opinion. If you don't agree with me, that's your prerogative. Oh, well. Number one, best Jedi, in my opinion, is Ahsoka Tano. What can I say but speak to you from the heart about her? I'm going to use my notes, but I'm going to... The Padawan to Anakin Skywalker, one of the few Jedis to have battled him in combat as Darth Vader. In my headcanon, I ignore episode 2 entirely and insert the Clone Wars in its place. Because in part due to her. Now, I know that a lot of you are out there going to say, but Carrie, she left the Jedi Order. Yeah, okay, yeah, I know, but let's think about why she left, and also the ways that Ahsoka didn't fit in with the status quo Jedi of her time. Jedi were not supposed to get involved in political stuff, but yet it prevented them from being able or being allowed to go anywhere where they were possibly needed most. And like her teacher and his teacher before him, she pushed the envelope and got involved where she was needed and to help, even though it was not the thing she was supposed to do. Even when Ben Kenobi and even Anakin were giving into the guards of the Jedi, had not getting involved, Ahsoka still found ways to feel that urgency and act on that urgency by sticking to her heart and where it guided her. In doing that, she was more Jedi than many of the Jedi. Later on, she did rejoin the rebellion as the original Fulcrum, secret informant to the Rebel Alliance, and went on many outings with the Ghost crew on Rebels. She helped in protecting Ezra from the influences of Darth Maul, and was even able to, like I said, go to toe with her former teacher in the form of Darth Vader. She still has influence and is still fighting the fight of helping people in the Mandalorian's time. And I, for one, would love to see her and Sabine Wren go looking for Ezra in her series that is coming to Disney Plus. We all know it's coming, and I hope that that's what we're going to get to see. And I hope Disney Plus will one day fulfill one hope of mine, that and give us a moment where in her travels she does happen to encounter Luke Skywalker. Because I think that it is one of those things where I think that the character of Ahsoka Tano, knowing what happened to Anakin, knowing what he became, and feeling some hurt involving that, I think she deserves the opportunity to see Anakin's son and what he has become. And I think that that would give her an opportunity to heal a little bit from the obvious pain that she is still feeling, that you get the idea of when she was in her episode of The Mandalorian, this most recent season of The Mandalorian. She still feels a lot of pain involving what happened with Anakin and Anakin becoming Darth Vader. And I think it would be really necessary to maybe heal a little bit of that pain. And I hope that they take that idea and that story on. She was the character that nobody wanted, only to become one of the most popular characters in the world of Star Wars, contributing to not only giving us a whole new layer to the story of Anakin Skywalker, but also being a major female hero in the franchise to that point behind Princess Leia. Obviously, we had more female heroes come into the franchise after Ahsoka Tano, but being one of these major heroes that actually was expected to wield a lightsaber and fight and be an influential figure. You had Princess Leia before that. You had, to a point, Padme. And then you had, with the Clone Wars show, the arrival of Ahsoka Tano, who I believe is based on her heart and what she's done with it, fits the title of Jedi Knight better than anyone could. She's just badass. And I can't wait. Can't wait for her show. And I freaking ordered that Black Label series. I ordered the Black Label series of Ahsoka Tano action figure, and I can't wait. I can't wait to have it on my bookcase. It's going to be awesome, and I'm definitely going to show it off when I get it. The end. Okay, anyways. So there you have it. That was my top 5 desert island list of Star Wars Jedis ever. Counting down from 5 to 1. And my girl Ahsoka Tano, number 1, baby, best Jedi, in my opinion, ever. Gotta stress that my opinion thing, because, oh my goodness, that's the easiest way to cause a war. It's like a new freaking galactic war, just by, people being, no, actually, this person is the best Jedi ever over Ahsoka Tano. We all know we do it. We all know it's wrong. We all know. We all know. Anyways. So I hope you enjoyed my special Star Wars Day episode. And I hope that you are doing your own Star Warsing in your own way and enjoying the Bad Batch. Maybe you're watching a couple episodes of The Mandalorian as well. Or maybe you're doing a little freewheeling, marathon of Star Wars movies and TV shows, and that's how you're celebrating. Or maybe you're going out and getting the new book that's coming out. Maybe you're reading the new Thrawn book. Maybe you're going out and you're getting, like we will be tomorrow afternoon, hopefully picking up the Star Wars collection, short story collection that comes out tomorrow. So, celebrate in your own way and have fun doing it. And until the next time, until the next video, until the next main event, may the Force be with you. Please vaccinate. Get your vaccination plan figured out. Be kind to each other. And, yeah, enjoy your Star Wars Day. Bye! Oh, wait, this has been the officially unofficial Geek Channel. Enjoy your Star Wars Day. Wow. This is Carrie, and I'm your host. And may the Force be with you.